Can you tell us about um, how young are you when you were a Cub Scout?
Well, I was 8 years old. The troop, or actually the group of the Acropolis area was very close to my family's house, and together with my cousin, my parents and our parents took us there, the pack.
Huh?
One of the best ever cab leaders, best ever in Greece. She was she inspired me for all my life, and she still inspired me, although she's gone long time ago. And that's how it started at
Yeah,
8 years old.
yeah. I was looking at the you belong to the 17th troop of Acropolis.
Acropolis.
Must
Yes,
be very
exactly.
old troop, huh?
It was founded in 1923,
Wow.
and it still goes on.
When you were young, when you were a scout, during your younger years, was there disaster, catastrophe, whether man-made or
Yeah,
natural?
well, the Greece got out of the civil war after the Second World War. Unfortunately, we had the civil war,
Yeah.
and we got out of that in 1949, 1950. And then we were taking scouts. We were helping. I was still a cub, but this went on for years. The main problem that we had to face all these years in Greece was the catastrophes uh, from earthquakes, and also what we did. This time I was not just a scout; I was already assistant troop leader. Was the support to Cyprus after the Turkish invasion. So we had to collect everything from food, clothes, everything, and stand a whole ship supporting the refugees from the northern part of Cyprus.
During that conflict, so what were the activities of the scouts and you as a unit or a troop leader then? What
Yeah.
was the activities then?
Well, that was really to collect as many things we could do concerning food and clothing, mainly, and blankets and everything. And we have a Sea Scout base near the port of Piraeus, and we collected everything there. And then I remember it was 5 big trucks full of all these provisions that we shipped to Cyprus.
I was a very young executive of the World Scout Bureau when you were elected as member of the World Scout Committee. What do you consider as your greatest achievement as a member of the World Scout Committee?
I think that three that I really took focus, I mean, more than everything else. First was the Operation Chernobyl, which started before even my election to the World Committee, where we hosted all these children to camps in Europe and not only also in South America and Australia, etc. And I was in the working group. The second was again had to do with the former Soviet Union because I worked a lot with Jean Cassignon
Mhm.
and the late Jocelyn and the others for the development of scouting in all the countries of the former Soviet Union and the Balkan states. We opened scouting in Albania. I was there 3 or 4 times, including the inaugural General Assembly. And as a member of the World Committee, also together with Frankie Roman and Jacques Morillon, we inaugurated the Eurasian region
Yeah.
and in Yerevan. But I believe the utmost of everything I did in scouting was being the representative of the World Committee at the Jamboree in Thailand. For me, it was a huge job. I could say even more than I had to do preparing the sailing competition at the Olympic Games in Athens. It was a huge project which lasted 3 years preparations, and I really enjoyed every minute. It was a great event. I keep the best memories, and I made very good friends there. And that was why, believe me or not, since then I have been 75 times in Thailand,
Ah,
just to see friends,
yeah.
just to see friends.
My last question before we end this interview is, if you are given a chance to address young people, for example, in a World Cup Jamboree, 40,000 young people,
Yeah,
what would you say? What would be your speech like?
yeah, I know. Well, I believe that everybody would say world peace, but I would say that scouting with its activities and is what prepares the children for world peace. So scouting is education for world peace, and this is how I would, what I would like to focus.
Yes. Thank you, thank you, Costas.
It's
I don't know how to I don't know how to say thank you to you, but I'm very grateful that you said yes to this interview. Thank you very much.
yeah,
The last part of this
it's
interview, as
yes,
I told you, is this part is some silly and funny things. I will
yes,
ask you a few questions. Yeah, I'll ask you a few questions, random questions. You don't have to think, but you need to answer one of the two things, right? So one is toast or eggs?
egg,
Egg. Dog or cat?
dog, of course.
Phone
He's
call
here
or
next to
text?
me. He's here next to me.
Phone call or text?
Tech,
Facebook or Twitter?
Facebook.
Form or function?
Function, I would say.
Function. Cake or pie?
Depends on the pie, but I prefer pie.
Uh, okay, swimming or sunbathing?
Swimming.
Swimming, of course. Big party or small gathering?
I prefer small gatherings.
Small gathering. New clothes or new phone?
Uh, I think clothes is better than home.
Um, Coffee or tea?
Tea.
This one is interesting. Prepare your children for the future or prepare a future for your children?
I believe prepare a future for the children.
Okay. Okay. Live a life of happiness or live a life of achievement?
I would say happiness.
Is it a iPhone or a Samsung?
Samsung.
Hot dogs or hamburgers?
Hamburgers.
Hamburgers. Um, get 4,000 US dollars a week for the rest of your life, or get 3 million US dollars right now.
Uh, both of them are welcome, but the 3 million is much better. 3 million is much better.
Comedy or horror?
Comedy, of course.
So this one is be able to play 10 musical instruments beautifully, or be able to speak 10 different languages fluently.
Oh, I prefer being able to speak 10 different languages fluently.
Languages, yeah, languages.
Yeah.
Lights on or lights off?
Lights on.
What is worse for you, doing the laundry or doing the dishes?
You know, for both we use machines, but
Yes.
doing the dishes is easier for me.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the last question. Um, Swimming in a pool or swimming in the sea?
In the sea, of course.
Of course.
Of course. I really enjoyed that. Thank you for calling me that. It's a very good opportunity to get in touch with the past, which for me it's present and future also, because once a scout, always a scout, and I'm still in very good contact with many brothers and sisters, and I really enjoy that. Thank you
Yes.
for doing
Thank
that.
you. Thank you,
So,
Costa. You enjoy your vacation.
thank you. I will. I will. I'm going straight to the sea now.
Thank you. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Mabuhay.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.